there's one thing above all that I consistently need to remind myself or correct a bad habit, if you will, when it comes down to manifesting our desires. And it's so important to remember this truth. And it's one that we really haven't been taught, but it's sort of like this bad habit that we need to correct. That's the topic of this episode of Living Spiritually in a Practical World. I find a lot of what we learn involves the process of unlearning what we've been taught. And this one fundamental, vibrationally, mechanically accurate truth, boy, there's a lot of big words all at once. This one truth is something that's so important to remember. And we've been taught, like I said in the intro, it's kind of like a bad habit. So let me just flip. I don't have Mr. Flip Chart for here at this point, but I did bring in a graphic. So hold on, and I don't have it on the switcher. So if you look at the graphic over, I always get this wrong. Over there, no, over there. Anyway, that one over there. So we have our non-physical and our physical. You guys, of course, are familiar with this. You've seen my physical, non-physical circle. In that center, we'll often hear it referred to as time. I often put our body in there. So our little blue fella, and I don't have my pen fired up. So our little blue fella over there is your body. So it's a vibration in your body. So the three components of this are the non-physical, the vibrations in our body, and then our physical or external world. Now, another way to describe that is the non-physical, we could say, is our mind. The non-physical is the pictures and movies and voices and dialogues that we create and focus on in our mind. The vibrations in our body are what we often call emotions. And the physical is, of course, our external world, or that aspect of our experience that we create with our five senses. Okay, so that's the picture. So now here's the thing. When we're manifesting, what we're doing is your responsibility. Actually, I'm going to bring this up again. Your responsibility, where is it? Is those upper two, the non-physical and the vibrations in your body, not the physical. Now, I'm not saying that we don't do things. I'm not saying that we can just sit on the couch all day and have these desires manifest in front of us. Although theoretically, that is entirely accurate, but given this world we live in, not possible. Okay, so let's put it that way. So theoretically, sure. Practically, yeah, no, not so much. So your area, the area that you focus on, is the non-physical, and there's vibrations or emotions. And if you've watched any of our other programs, when we talk about emotions, what we're talking about is sensations in your body. So an emotion is two parts. An emotion is the label, happy, sad, whatever. And the second part are the vibrations that you feel in your body. So we're going to remove the label. And so for right now, we're going to focus on vibrations. So there's the pictures, the movies, non-physical, right? So up there, the pictures, the movies, the voices or dialogues in your mind, that as you focus on them, and sometimes you don't even have to focus on them, but focusing on them turns up the volume. As you focus on them, it causes vibrations in your body or emotions, but for our purposes here, we're just going to call it vibrations. So pictures or movies, voices or dialogues, causes vibrations in your body. That's your job. And really, in many ways, that's where your responsibility ends. Another way to put it is that's where you have the greatest degree of influence in the effect, which is your physical world. Yes, there are still things we do in our physical world, but I find the more work you do in the non-physical and the vibrations, the more you're leveraging what we call the creative flow. So then the work that you do in the physical tends to be a lot more efficient. So what do I mean by that? You do a lot less to achieve a lot more. It's just mechanical advantage, right? It's, I don't know, whatever it was, grade 7 science or something like that when we talked about levers and mechanical advantage. So you create the desire, the picture, the movie, the voices or dialogues that, as you focus on them, cause you to feel sensations that feel good. See how I'm not even saying like good or bad emotions or positive or negative emotions. They are simply sensations in your body that feel good, right? So don't try and you sort of explore them at this point, anything more than that. Just as I focus on this picture or movie, voices or dialogue, how do I feel? Do I feel good? Yeah, that feels good. Okay. Well, then keep focusing on them. Now, why is this so important? Because your body and the vibrations in your body and the vibrations that are maintained in your body are the translator between the non-physical, are the translator between, I'm going to get this right. If I go over here, no, if I do this, there we go. You try doing that. So it's funny. So right here, so the pictures or movies, voices or dialogues that you focus on that cause, there we go, a vibration in your body, right? That piece, boy, I'm getting back to Mr. Flipchart because this is crazy. Pictures or movies, voices or dialogues that you focus on and they cause you to feel those pleasant sensations, those good sensations, right? I'm thinking of good vibrations. Anyway, Beach Boys, that's before a lot of you were born, but Google it. It's the vibrations in your body that are the translator between the non-physical and the physical expression of the sustained, I need more coffee, sustained non-physical state. So your body and the vibrations that it's consistently in or vibrating create the effect or the byproduct of that sustained state. Whoa, sustained state, non-physical, physical sensations that create the effect in the physical world. So in a very real way, your physical experience is an effect of this sustained, there we go, non-physical and the physical sensations in your body or vibrations in your body. As you maintain that, that creates the effect. Okay, so now let's where's my homework assignment? Oh, I should have been more practice at this. I know it's here. Homework assignment. So your homework assignment is you're creating a picture or movie. It feels good. So the first thing you don't do is go picture or movie feels good. Is it here yet? Is it here yet? Is what I'm looking for here yet? Because what you do when you do that is you're taking your focus away from the pictures or movies that feel good and you're focusing on where the hell is it. Now, if this is something that you're, because some of us, so for me, manifesting physical health, it just happens. It just happens. It just flows. For other people, that's more of a challenge. So we all have those areas in our life experience that we're already in that flow. So it's just about maintaining it. So, but you probably, what you're thinking of as you're listening and watching to this is those areas in your physical experience you want to change. So you create the picture or movie. They're going to be different than this. See, right? The pictures or movies are not going to align with what's in your physical world. So then you create the pictures or movies, focus on them. They create those good feeling sensations. Now resist the urge to see if it's here yet, to see if it's here yet, to see if it's here yet. Resist the urge to look at the external and then here. So you look at the external, then in your mind, you go, it's not here yet. I wonder if this is working. Geez, I don't know. Geez, maybe this isn't. Now you've changed this and guess what it's going to do? It's going to change the vibration and guess what it's going to do? It's going to create more of what you don't want. So this, you have to listen to this a few times. This is where that resilience is such a powerful word. And understanding that at least in the beginning, I'm going to create these pictures or movies that feel good. And the pictures or movies are going to contradict, sometimes tremendously, what you're currently seeing in your physical world, which would make sense because you're wanting to introduce change. So your homework assignment is resisting the urge to think, feel, and then see if it's here yet. And then, of course, when you tell the story of why it's not here, you change this, which changes this, and there you go. So create the pictures or movies, feel good, and hold that. Hold that state. Now, consistency, not constancy, right? So just be consistent. Don't freak out if you trip up, because you're gonna, and that's okay. So long as you're consistent with it through time, it creates the effect. Now, here's one more piece, and then we'll close with this. So now you're creating the pictures and movies, creates a vibration in your body, and it starts to work. And you start to, oh, I saw that change. Now that actually aligns with all this stuff. So you go, oh, wow, that is so cool. Isn't that neat? Wow, that's neat. See what you're doing now. And especially in the beginning, is you're taking your focus away from managing this and you're focusing on this. Now, this could be a wonderful thing, right? This is, this is good. And this is wonderful. But it distracts you from this. And at least in the beginning, what you want to do is, this is what you want to look after. You just keep that. You can use it. Oh, look, yeah, it worked. Cool. Now go back to just maintaining this, keeping an eye on this, all that kind of stuff. Creates a vibration. Hold that. You start to see it working. Oh, it's working. Yes, let it go. Just keep holding. It's like riding a bike. When you first start to ride a bike, you're doing this, and all of a sudden you start to ride the bike and you go, oh my goodness, I'm riding a bike. Oh, right? It's like, just keep doing what you're doing. Don't look, just keep doing what you're doing. Same thing. All right. So create the pictures and movies that feel good. Here, we'll go back to here. Create the pictures and movies that feel good. Create the sensation in your body. Manage that, maintain that. When you see the physical results of that, notice it, but go back to holding this. They get more and more. Go back to holding this. Yes, notice them, but go back to holding this. And then you start to pick up momentum. And then it just keeps rolling and rolling. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you on the web.